procrastination. I stopped saying I've got to wait for good things to happen to me, and I said I'm gonna grind. I'm going to fight. I'm going to work. I'm going to press toward. I'm going to learn. I'm going to do everything in my power every single day. I'm going to do everything in my power to become a victor and not a victim.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Patrick, and in today's video it's going to be a vacuum experiment. So I'm going to roll the clips right now, but basically what I did was over the last 2 weeks, every day right when I woke up, I would perform a stomach vacuum. And if you don't know what that is, that's what it is. Basically, this is the first day that I did it. So basically it's where you blow all your air out and then you suck in kind of your stomach, performing like a vacuum on your stomach. And then there was talks about it's able to slim your waist a little bit, like reduce your waist. It's able to, if you perform these, it'll suck in your stomach kind of for you, like when you're just walking around and stuff. So if you have a stomach that kind of sticks out, then it'll kind of help that. And these were all claims that I didn't really know for sure. I didn't really have evidence, but people talked about it, and people, that was the common understanding of what a vacuum was. So I decided to do a 2-week experiment where I took my measurements before, and then I did this for 2 weeks. I took my measurements after. Also where I would, I took a video of just what my stomach looks like regular, what my stomach looks like flexed, and then compare it to the before and after of doing this for 2 weeks. So keep in mind, I did stay the same weight. I purposely didn't, eat in a surplus. I ate my maintenance. I didn't start creatine yet. So if you guys know me, I'm starting a surplus actually today, because today was the last day of my experiment. And then I'm going to be starting creatine sometime next week. But for these videos, for the last 2 weeks, I didn't eat in a surplus. I ate my maintenance. So my weight is the same as what it was. And also before bed, I ate the same thing at the same time, just so that, I wouldn't be bloated before this video, or I wouldn't have, any extra layers kind of on my stomach, or I wouldn't have my stomach be pushed out any more in the beginning than at the end. So everything is the same. So this is strictly going to be either, me just getting slimmer or results from the vacuum. So let me show you guys what happened. All right, so this is my stomach. I'm going to stand aside just like that. This is kind of the best lighting I can get. So this is me not really flexing at all, not sticking it out though, just kind of standing. And then when I suck it in, that's how it looks, sucked in and flexed. So, still got the visible abs, all that jazz. So this is the first day. So this is going to be the before pictures. And then I'll run some clips of me actually doing the vacuum. And then we can see the after pictures. So 170, sitting here. Let's measure my waist really quick. And then now this is going to be me measuring my waist, not sucking it at all, just standing, not flexing at all. So right on the dot at 32 inches. So 32 inches waist. I'm measuring it right at my belly button. So when I come back to this to do it the second time, I'm going to have to measure it at my belly button. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Patrick. This is going to be after 2 weeks. So this is the after side now. Today is going to be the last day. I haven't done my vacuum yet, so I'm going to pop this shirt off, take you guys to the washroom, show you guys what I've been doing, and then show you guys the last vacuum of the day. And then right after that, I'm going to be putting it back on that stand there where I started, take the after pictures, and then I can compare them side by side, take my waist measurement again, see if there's any actual noticeable difference with the measurements, with the numbers, because feeling wise, guys, I do feel like my waist is in a little bit. I know it could be placebo or whatever. I do feel like it feels like it's a little bit sucked in. It feels like a little bit tighter. It feels like when I flex my abs, I don't know, I feel like I just look a little bit better. My waist looks a little bit in more, and then my abs, just my core just looks tighter all around. But that could just be placebo, so we want to see what the numbers and what the facts actually say. But one thing I'm going to say is it definitely feels better. I feel like my stomach's less in, and I feel like my stomach's more sucked in, more pressed in, more tighter, like I said. And then also it feels a lot easier to do the vacuum. In the beginning, it kind of hurt a little bit to do it, but now I can kind of do it pretty easily. And then also, I feel like it looks sick. I feel like doing a vacuum looks pretty cool. And then especially if you can do a vacuum with a pump in a gym, with flexing other things, it looks alright. Because when doing it just here, you don't have a pump or anything, so you're not really trying to show off any other muscles. You're just trying to do the vacuum. But in a gym, let's say you you got a bicep pump, you pull up a vacuum with a double front bicep, that's gonna look sick. So I think vacuums are pretty cool to train personally. Like I think it just adds a little element to your game that can take your physique to another level where you can, look sick and you can do a vacuum at the same time. So it gives you a bit of variety. I know in bodybuilding it doesn't really matter too much. Like judges like to see it, but they don't really dock you points, or they don't really give you points if you can perform it. It's kind of just like, ooh, nice, right? So it is what it is, but let's take into the washroom and let's do the last vacuum of the experiment, and then we can take the measurements and let's go. Alright, so pretty good lighting in this washroom here. This is me just flexing. So we're in the morning, so I haven't eaten a thing. 170 pounds just about. Starting my surplus 2 days, so that's pretty exciting. But yeah, basically this is what the core is looking like. I'm gonna perform a vacuum right now, show you guys how to do that. So basically you wanna blow all your air out, and then you're gonna wanna suck the stomach in. So let me show you that. Alright, so it's not that easy to do, honestly. You do definitely get better at it. So in the beginning, I wasn't really good at it at all, and now it's a bit easier now. Still difficult, I've only been doing it for 2 weeks, but it kind of hurt in the beginning. Now it doesn't really hurt. I kind of can do it effortlessly. But the thing is, you're breathing all your air out and then you're sucking in. So like you can't hold it for too long because it's kind of like holding your breath, right? So I usually do that for 8 to 10 second holds with it sucked in, and then after that I'll just do that for like 3 to 4 sets. And honestly, I haven't been sticking to it too religiously in the morning, but what I've been doing is if I don't do it in the morning because of I'm trying to do something else, or like I have to do something, I gotta get out of the house quickly, I'll just do it at night before bed, so I still manage to do it one time at least every single day. So I do that 4 sets for 8 to 10 second holds. And then so this is me standing in the same position as I did in the beginning one. So core right here. Like I said, it feels tighter. This is not me flexing. This is not me sucked in. It's not me sucked out. It's just me standing. So I feel like it looks a bit better. It looks a bit tighter than in the beginning. I'm still the same weight. In the first clip, I was not eating in the morning, and then now again I'm not eating. I haven't eaten, so I feel like it did work a little bit. I'm gonna compare this side by side. Might be a little bit of placebo. Might be not that noticeable, but I think it did some wonders. So now we're gonna take the measurement. So in the beginning, it was 32 inches on the dot, and let's see what it is now. So now it's about 31.1 or 2. Don't think you guys can really see that, but on the measurement, it's like 31.3. So from 32 to 31.3, that's what, 0.7 of an inch. So that is pretty good. I mean, I've only been doing it for 2 weeks. I'm not sure how much kind of this would continue to work. I mean, at a certain point, you can't just keep shrinking your waist with this. So it did work a little bit. I think the biggest thing, honestly, is the mental boost. Like, I just feel like my abs look better. I just feel like my stomach looks tighter. So like, if you guys are having trouble with that, then obviously that's something that's beneficial for you. But yeah, that's basically it. So I lost 0.7 inches on my, stomach. I don't really know if it's my waist. I was measuring around my belly button, so I guess that's your waist, right? So yeah, so 0.7 of an inch. That's from doing these vacuums. So I would love to know, I'm probably going to continue to do them, but I would love to know when that eventually cuts off, because obviously you just can't keep losing, 0.7 of an inch every 2 weeks, because eventually you'd have no waist. And then at a certain point, your bone structure and just your structure in general are going to get in the way of that. But yeah, so I guess there was some room for me to shrink my waist a little bit, and I guess that vacuuming did help with it. But the biggest thing, honestly, like I said, is the mental thing, where you feel like your abs are tighter, you feel like you look better, and then that's what we want to do. We don't want to just look good, we want to feel good as well. So that's a bonus. So I'd encourage all you guys to try this out if you're trying to slim your waist a little bit. And then a disclaimer I want to make right now is that, guys, I'm very lean. I'm like 11% body fat. So don't expect to be fat and then, or have belly fat and then do vacuums and lose that. You got to be in a deficit to lose fat and to, shrink your waist and, lose fat overall and get a smaller stomach. But these vacuums are something you can add on top in addition, or something if you're, already lean and you want to shrink your waist a little bit more, or if you can't get that last layer of body fat off, you want to keep doing your deficit and then add vacuums in. This should be addition only. This should not be your goal to shrink your stomach, yada yada yada. So just that being said, if you did like this video, please leave a like, leave a comment what you thought. Let me know if you're going to start doing vacuums after watching this, and subscribe for